You've got to make sure to keep your OpenAI API key safe because people are pirating GPT-4 keys that are exposed online. There are a lot of different places where people, without any diligence, just put their actual raw key, OpenAI API key, and now hackers or pirates, whoever you want to call them, they started scraping for this particular information from the internet and then also trying to give it to some other people for free. This is this article by Motherboard. You can see that people are pirating GPT-4 by scraping API keys, and in fact, one of the account that they hacked and managed to get into is an account with $150,000 worth OpenAI access. Now, if you get into the details of this, there is a subreddit called r ChatGPT, quite popular one. Since ChatGPT became popular, the subreddit was popular, and that subreddit has got its own Discord. And on that Discord, people are advertising, people who are part of the Discord are advertising that they have stolen OpenAI API tokens, and these have been scraped from chat logs, screenshots, and interviews, and different and of course, like the biggest one is code. And these tokens or keys are that are stolen from them are being used to, let's say, use for their own account. Like, you do not have to pay for OpenAI. So in one particular case, somebody has stolen a key that has upper limit of 150,000 worth of usage. Imagine, like, if your upper limit is 150,000 and you keep on using it, and that person has to pay it, and unless that person is really good and they're technical enough to actually go to OpenAI and make this complaint, and this is just going out of somebody's pocket, and this is quite a serious issue. And a lot of developers and a lot of people who are not quite good at programming have started getting into this API, OpenAI API, because of the popularity of ChatGPT. Now, if you do not know about environment variable, if you do not know about git ignore, how you have to ignore the API keys and all the other things that you have to mask. Now, what's been happening is that people have been putting these things as part of the codes, and now we almost started paying price for that. That particular Discord has more than 500 members. And if you actually see, one of the things that OpenAI has been advertising recently is to say that, remember, your API key is a secret. Do not share it with others or expose it in any client-side code, browsers, or applications. That's why I've been quite wary about covering applications that ask for your API key. There has been this concept called bring your own API key, and I have always tried to avoid covering those applications because I'm not quite entirely comfortable putting my API key on a web application or a place where people can take it. I know for sure if I can see their open source code, and if I can make sure that the data is not being captured, but otherwise it's always a risk. And this is something that OpenAI has been advertising. Another thing that you need to do if you are going to use OpenAI for a business is setting an upper limit, because that's quite important. It's like setting an upper limit for your credit card or debit card. You don't want somebody to just bill you $100,000, $50,000. You need to set some upper limit that can actually help you not pay the price if somebody hacks into your account. Like, first of all, don't put your API key anywhere on internet, and that goes for everything. So the way in which the pirates gained access is by scraping the websites where people are collaborating for coding projects, especially like website like Replit, where Replit has been encouraging people to create GPT based application, and a lot of Replit users are not pro coders, like not professional programmers. So what these people have been doing is they've been hard coding their API key, which is kind of sad because it's just lack of knowledge. It's not intentional, and they did not realize that while adding the API key, internet can publicly access it. People can access it. The worst part is the account who shared this. In fact, where they've created a web application like this and giving some part of GPT-4 API access for free. They've claimed that even after doing all these things, people have not, like, OpenAI has not banned their account, and OpenAI has not like commented much on it. It's just that they've said that they do some scans, like automated scans, and based on the automated scans, they actually ban the accounts where they feel that something has been happening. But ultimately, um, it's just like somebody else's money, and people have taken it, and they are actually trying to either expose it or give it to somebody. But this is a problem. So if you're If you're a subscriber of this channel, you most likely would have known at this point that you should not expose your API key. And I've been a strong advocate of rotating API key. Even if you expose your API key, regularly rotating your API key is one of the easiest way to make sure that even if somebody has access to the key will not work after a given time period. So these are the three things that you need to do. First thing, make sure your API key is not shared anywhere on public. If you ever doubt that your API key is shared, then the step 2, rotate your API key. Step 3, always add upper limit. And if you want to do the step 4, please share this video with your friends who might be doing the same mistake, because now this is a big problem where people are pirating API keys and sharing it with others. So you might be losing money at one end and somebody might be using the feature that you are not using. And it's not that everybody is tracking their API spend, OpenAI account spend. Hope this video was helpful to you. This article will be linked in the YouTube description. See you in the next video. Happy prompting and safe prompting.